Hello, YouTube. How's it
Hello.
going? I'm Dwayne Hale, the Mothership Products, and this is Jazlyn off the wall. And some of you noticed that, or know that me and Heather actually went out and visited them last week. We drove from where we are, and then ended up in Wisconsin. We hung out there for four days, something like that, and then drove back. So when we were there, Tommy had said once before that he loves cabbage, and he loves noodles, and he loves sausage. And I have a recipe that has all those in it. So I figured I'd teach Jazlyn how to do it. It's actually a very simple meal. Most of it is in the prep work in the beginning. So, oh, let me do some rearranging here. Hey, look at that. Okay, so we'll wait a few minutes. Why don't you introduce yourself, Jazlyn, for those 5 people that don't know you?
Okay. Hello, I am Jazlyn off the wall, aka Jazlyn. I am doing cooking with Dwayne today. I am making some cabbage.
Butter, noodles, and cabbage.
Butter noodles and cabbage.
Very good.
It's pretty good.
It should be. It's one of those that's really easy to make, and it actually saves well. It's good for like leftovers. Heather will eat it like for an entire. She'll just can constantly eat it with leftovers. So, and it's one that kind of sticks to your bones too. So I actually got this recipe from Monica Miller in Minnesota. She sent it to me, and we tried it, and we really like it. It's a staple in our house. Heather will get a desire for it, and we'll cook it up. So.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Well,
I just machine off. Okay.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, man, this is not very good here. So I got water boiling, of course.
Yeah, mine's right over here boiling.
All right. So let me see if I can get this up here. So that, hey, you can almost see that. Holy hell, look at that. All right, so we're going to start the noodles. The first thing you do is cook the noodles, because we're going to cook those and then set them aside. They cook for about 7 to 8 minutes out of boiling water, so we'll go ahead and get those in, get those started. So so the sausage I'm using is nothing special. It's just a smoked sausage, Hillshire Farm, the big tube kind. I think she was using the same type. You can use different flavors of sausage if you want. If you want the kielbasa or the Cajun andouille, depending on how you like your sausage. So, all right. So the next step is while the noodles are cooking, we're going to start browning the sausage that we've already cut up. So go ahead and turn your stove on to medium high, 7.5, 8, whatever you guys. I don't know how your stove's hooked up. We went through and chopped it all into little pieces here. Jazlyn made a little bit bigger pieces, but that works just as good. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil. What the heck is it? A little bit of olive oil in the pan so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. So about 2 tablespoons, give or take. It's not super important that you measure that. And this actually makes quite a bit with the cabbage, because it takes up a lot of space. You use a whole head of cabbage. And we're talking a Utah cabbage, not the cabbage that they had in Wisconsin. Those things were like, man, weighed 5-10 pounds. So we're browning the sausage. You got your sausage in your pan?
Getting it.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, got it.
Okay, so we're just going to let that brown for a few minutes.
Do you got to stir it up a little bit? real quick?
Yeah, here and there. I mean, you kind of want them to stick to the bottom a little bit to char a little bit, but we're not trying to burn them. So.
Okay. Try to mix it up to break them down.
Yeah. If you want to break them up or whatever, you can do that. So I guess I should say hello to people in the chat. I'm way out of practice at this, guys. I haven't been online like in my own chat, or I mean in my own StreamYard in a very long time. So Dennis Dew, how are you? Oh man, that sounded bad. How are you though? We got Tommy the Bargain Effect, Carol, Bum Crack Picker in the house. Valerie is here. Let's see, Des, Shamrock Pixie. I would expect her to be here. Bougie Bear Vintage, April's here. Cindy Rosen, Frankie's Find. Got a lot of the people that have been around for a while. So, yeah, it has been a while. So, we're just going to cook up some grub and have a good time. Well, April, if you'd show up on time, you'd know what I'm cooking. But, you know, you're not here on time, so. But I'll let you know. We're having butter noodles and cabbage. So, and you know, anytime you want to show up, my door is always open. Just give me a 10-minute heads up, and I'll show up and I'll make a spot for you. So, all right. So again, we're just browning this sausage up. Giving her a stir, trying to get a little sausage browned up. It's actually got not very many ingredients. It has, let me find the recipe. Here's the recipe. And if you guys want the recipe, let me know. I'll give it to you later. So it just has, sausage, butter and oil, onion and cabbage, garlic, peas, some noodles, and some seasonings. So it's actually a very simple meal. How are you guys doing out there in YouTube land? Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been on. So, and in fact, I had to retrain myself just how to figure out how to, find my camera and all that good stuff. The squirrels are hungry too, huh? So I guess I can show you what the prep work we've done. You saw that we cut up the sausage. Mm-hmm. A head of cabbage just cut up, into bite-sized squares or strips if you want strips, however you want them. Mm-hmm. We have a onion just chopped up again, in the size you want. We like onions, so. And Jazlyn somehow screwed up and squirted herself in the eye when she was cutting her onions. So, you got to be careful with that stuff.
Yeah.
We got some, where's the camera? Aha, fresh garlic.
I'm gonna bowl. Should I mix mine?
Huh?
Should I mix
Yeah, go ahead and stir it around so it gets a good char on it. Good browning it up. Dang it, where in the heck is that? Man, I am sucking at this. So that's the house seasoning that I've made. And then that is caraway seeds and butter. I mean, that's the bulk of it. The house seasoning I make is 4 parts salt, 2 parts pepper, black pepper, and 1 part onion powder, 1 part garlic powder. So,
yeah.
What the shipping is, I don't know. I mean, that might be a little bit hard. She lives, clear across the country, so. And I don't know if it'd stay warm. So. But, how's your sausage looking? Is it starting to cook a little bit?
Mine keeps bubbling really fast.
Yeah. No, that's good. Oh, let me get a glass of wine here. And you guarantee hot on delivery. No, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not Domino's. I guarantee if you come to my house, I'll make it hot. How's that?
There.
Okay, so my noodles are about done. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
turn them off.
mine are about done too.
Are your noodles done?
I think so. I mean, they look about done.
Well, what you can do is grab one, not with your fingers, but with like a fork, and bite it and see if it's, you know, well cooked or if it's still crunchy.
Yeah, mine are ready.
Okay, so go ahead and turn it off. Now, this is going to be something that a lot of people that actually know how to cook are going to be upset with me here. But I put a little oil in my noodles because it helps, first of all, make it so they don't stick together, and it's not going to, this doesn't really have a sauce that it needs to grab. You don't really want to put oil on noodles because they make them slimy, but and you don't want to, you want to be able to have the noodle pick up the sauce. But like I said, this one doesn't really have a sauce too. So,
Alright, I'm gonna
so
go
take a little bit of olive oil and sprinkle it on the noodle.
Alright, I'm gonna go drain my noodles if that's good.
What?
I'm gonna go drain my noodles if that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see, I think you can see, starting to brown up pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you rinse off your noodles so they're out of water, right?
Yeah, they're out of water.
Okay. Okay, just making sure. So I forgot to say that. If it sticks, it's done. Yep. I've heard that. The sling it on the wall thing, but yeah, I don't have a clean enough wall to even do that. So I just have to test it. Please test it. So.
I put the noodles back in the pot, right?
Okay, so we're getting close to being done on browning the sausage. Basically, you just want it to be brown and, you know, looks like it's like a cooked hot dog, you know. And then we're going to put it back into a bowl because we're going to come back to it again later. So we need to scoop it into a bowl. Be very careful, Jazlyn. It's very hot.
I'm gonna turn off the stove.
I'm just putting mine into a bowl here so that I can come back to it in a minute. Okay, if there's grease in there, go ahead and leave that, you know, leave it in there because it's going to help us. We're going to cook the onions next.
Okay.
So there should be, as you can see, there's a little bit of oil still in the pan. We're going to add a little bit more just so it doesn't stick. Are you keeping up, or am I going too fast for you, Jazz?
I'm trying to keep up.
Oh, you're doing fine. I'm just checking. Let's see who else is in here while you catch up. I said April. Anita, how are you, Anita? Ooh, that's all the same people that were here before. So very good. Okay, you ready? Got a little bit of oil in your pan, right?
We're getting a little more in there.
Yep, just about, yeah, a little bit. And then we're going to put our onion in there. Try not to squirt it in your face. And if there's a little bit of brown on the bottom here, we'll get that up in a minute. That'll come up with some, we'll deglaze the pan a little bit with some, when the cabbage goes in, it usually will pull that right up.
Okay.
At this time, that's when, now we want to put the whole stick of butter in there too.
Whole stick of butter?
This is not fat friendly, guys, so it's good. So, did you put the stick of butter in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it should be melting down, and that'll help pull up some of the black, charred stuff on the bottom as well.
Yeah.
We're just gonna cook until the onions are a little bit clear, not too, not too much. You don't want them to be completely soft and gooey, but you don't want them to be raw either. Especially at your house, since your mom's allergic to them.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that we get that butter melting down. Can you guys hear me okay and everything? I know you can, Jazz, but I'm talking about the other people. Oh, Des is saying, clean up your work area, Jazlyn.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just let that sit because it's gonna just. You can. We're just sautéing the onions, so. Okay, thank you.
Do I put the noodles back in the pot and put it aside, or just leave the noodles in the strainer?
Just leave the noodles in the strainer right now.
Okay.
We'll put those back in the pot here in a few minutes.
Okay. Now I can see.
How are your onions looking?
Pretty good. I gotta mix them again.
Looking pretty good?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Kathy Valentine. I don't think I said hello to you. Okay, so my onions are about done. I'm guessing yours are pretty close.
Probably.
So now we're going to put our garlic. I like a lot of garlic. It says the recipe actually says 2 cloves. I think this is probably 3 or 4 cloves, but it's a big pot, so I'm not worried about it being overpowering. Now we don't want to burn the garlic, so we just do it pretty quick. Did you get your garlic in?
Yep.
Okay.
Mixing mine in now.
All right. The next you got to do here is the cabbage. So this is why you need a big pan, because you put the cabbage in and it takes up the bulk of a pan. Pretty decent sized pan.
The whole thing?
And this will cook down. What's that? Oh yeah. Okay, you're doing fine. And this cabbage will cook down, so it's not that full later. But when you put the noodles on top of this, it's a pretty full pan.
Nice.
We're gonna cook this for about 10 minutes. So I'm stirring it occasionally. Scrape the bottom a little bit. It'll pull up some of the flavor on the bottom. So we're just gonna let that cook.
My pan is so full.
Yeah, I know. I told your mom to make sure you get a big old pan. You might have to get a bigger pan. Because see, what happens is you got to put all those noodles on top of that.
Yeah, I might have to get a pot.
Yeah, a bigger pot. Yeah, the birds. They have a couple of birds. Man, they have a bunch of birds. There's only like one or two that are loud. Oh, I think Jazlyn needs a parental help for a second.
I do. I can't reach the pot.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So send up the tall guy.
I gotta make it look like. Alright, I'm gonna go get my dad. I need the biggest pan we have. I know, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna need to put it in a pot.
So
That's the biggest one.
that's the biggest pan you have? Yeah, you can use the pot from the noodles. You know, the one you boiled the noodles in, you can just empty the water out and use that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about the size you need.
Okay.
Cool. Yep, just transfer it all over into that.
Okay.
Man, Carol, you're a thinker. Be careful. That's all that matters. It's safety first.
Need help?
If you have to scoop it or ladle it or whatever you got to do, just be careful.
Alright. Thank you. So much.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's dead, by the way. Yeah, Shamrock Pixie. Sorry, I was busy stirring here.
No, that's okay. I didn't realize I was in the camera.
You are a genius, Carol. Not much of a reseller, but you're a genius. Oh, she says everybody that she's the world's worst reseller. So I didn't say that. Now I'm starving watching it. It's good too, man. It is really good when you're done.
Sorry, hold on. Let me see if I can put it in.
Right, let me pick this up since it's hot. Okay. I'll grab this.
Hi, Mary. How are you? Mrs. Pelletier in the house.
I made some things.
Yes, you did.
Hey, you know what the good thing is, Jazlyn?
Yeah.
Since you're cooking, you don't have to clean up.
Oh yeah.
That's the rule.
Well, yeah, that is. Uh-oh. She made a big mess.
Sorry.
That happens. It's not as big as the spaghetti mess that when I'm cooking the spaghetti, so.
Okay, that was an accident that day.
All right, yeah, just remember to put your dishes over here and you can. You're all good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
How good? How good? All situated.
Okay. The other thing we need to do now, since you're stirring your cabbage, you're doing great. Is put your sausage back in.
Okay.
Hey, Glenn, how are you? What that'll do is it'll keep everything warm, and then it'll also put some more of that smoky sausage grease and flavor into the cabbage.
Yep. And that's the best part about cooking.
Heck yeah, flavor. It's what it's all about. Like I said, we're gonna cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll probably cook mine about 10 more or about 5 more, and you'll probably have to cook about 10 more because you had the transfer there.
Yeah.
No big deal though, because we're just about done. Like I said, this is a very easy recipe. After this, after the cabbage cooks down, we add our frozen peas and some seasoning and put the noodles back in. We're done.
Yep.
So.
All right.
So how's the weather there? Is it raining still or no?
I mean, it rained a little earlier, like before we went live, and it was kind of hard. It rained kind of hard and stuff. And then it just like kind of rained for at least an hour, and then it stopped.
See, rain for an hour in Utah, that's a superstorm.
Really?
It doesn't rain for an hour ever. in Utah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of rain. It only rains once or twice a year anyway, but it's never a big rain like when I was there. Never have rain like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pat, we don't do bread. Nice try, though.
I'm gonna get me a cup of water real quick. It's kind of hot in my area.
So, what was your while we were there? What was it that you enjoyed the most?
I enjoyed doing the volleyball. I was practicing volleyball.
Oh yeah, the little volleyball court we set up. Yeah, that was fun.
That was pretty fun. Especially the time when you went to go catch the ball and you fell.
Oh yeah, thank goodness that wasn't on camera. That was yeah, big fat guy falling down, rolling on his back. Probably looked pretty comical.
Yeah, it was pretty fun when he was over here. And I watched them play horse with our basketball hoop. It was pretty fun. They had pretty good memories.
Yeah.
I need to get me some water.
All right. So I'm gonna stir my peas in now. You don't need to yet, unless if your cabbage is well cooked, you can. Just a cup of peas. Now I really like peas, the frozen ones best. Can't do canned peas. I don't like canned vegetables much. I like either fresh or frozen. So you can do whatever vegetable you want in there, beans or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, well, it was I was backing up to get the ball and I tripped and rolled over. Tommy's favorite part was fishing, eating, and drinking. Yeah, that's pretty hard to beat. That's pretty hard. So, all right. So, are you gonna add your peas now, or is your cabbage looking good? You tell me. Take a little piece out and see if it's still crunchy, or because you want it to be soft but a little bit crunchy still. You don't want it to be like raw, but you don't want it to be slimy yet.
I think about maybe another minute or so.
Okay, very good. Looking like a big old pot of mess here, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah.
I don't think mine looks like that yet. Wait.
No?
No. Mine just looks like it has Polish sausage in it and
Yeah, because you have big chunks of yours, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you know what, Pat? Nobody would have caught me. You could have caught me. I rolled like a, rolling stone.
All right, I'm gonna add the peas in.
Okay, so when you add the peas in, go ahead and turn the burner off, because the peas will just cook by the heat that's already in the cabbage and everything.
Mhm. Yep.
Very good. And we also can put our noodles back in now.
Oh, nice. You just mix this all up in your first.
Even with me putting a little bit of oil on them, they're still a little sticky. See, this is why you have a big pot. See how big? I mean, I got a pretty decent sized pot here, and it's full. Then we just try and scoop the stuff off the bottom and mix the noodles in.
Yeah, I can try.
Hard, huh?
I think I should have added a little at a time because Mine's overflowing again.
How's yours doing?
Overflowing.
Wow, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. How can we fix that? You might have to take some of the noodles out and then stir it and then add the noodles in a little bit more later.
All right.
See, and I even told your mom it took a big pot. I guess my big pot and your big pot might be different.
I think so.
But that's why we're doing this. You know, you learn how, and you learn that you need to, you know, you realize what you need to do next time to make it better.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do after you've scooped out some is put the seasoning in, which is, this is caraway seeds.
Yeah, I got some over there. Alright. I think that's good to mix now.
What's that?
Alright, I think that's good to mix now.
So put your, while you're stirring, put your caraway seeds in. So you can stir those in. Look good, guys?
They smell like mint. They kind of smell like a minty.
What's that?
It's like the seeds kind of smell like a minty flavor. Or smell.
Yeah, the caraway is what, if you ever have rye bread, they put caraway seeds in rye bread. So that's the kind of flavor. It kind of has a, I don't know, it's kind of an interesting flavor. I kind of like it. So
yeah,
you can do it without too if you don't like caraway seeds, of course.
Yeah, reminded me we had this.
she brought the biggest pot.
Wow, she got me beat.
I had all that.
I'm sorry, I forgot not to use it. So, with your thing.
Yeah, enough for feed an army. That's for sure. There's a lot here, and the thing is that it really doesn't last that long because it's really good, and it's not real filling. So I mean, you'll eat it, and then 2 hours later, it'll be like, I want some more. And 2 hours later, I want some more. So it rarely makes it more than 2 days here.
This side more over the pan.
Oh my god, I'm dropping.
Yeah, a little bit more closer to this point. Okay.
Come on over, Mary. Door's always open here.
All right, please excuse this interruption.
No, you're fine. You got to do what you got to do.
Tommy reminded me we had this pan. I forgot we even had it, or this pan.
There you go. That looks like a big canning pot.
We've had it for so long, but our stove isn't.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. Blackberry Thistle Tea said that pot size is what I use to do collard greens. And very, very true. Yeah, collards, or we do collard greens as well sometimes. Yeah. Okay, so did you put your caraway in, right?
Yep.
So all your ingredients are in except the salt and pepper, right? Hi, Myra. How are you? We're cooking butter noodles and cabbage.
Seasoned salt. Will that work?
What is that? Oh, okay. Seasoned salt. Sure. Yep, that's fine. I made my own. Mine's we call it house seasoning here.
Nice. So do I add some of my seasoning?
Yeah, and it actually, since it's quite a bit, I mean, I'd add a pretty decent amount. But you want to make it so that they can add some later too.
I can't open it. forgot that works too. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Here.
And that's basically it. I mean, call the old man out of the dungeon. Tell him to come up and taste test and see if it needs some extra seasoning or something.
Okay. Let me just finish mixing this.
Oh yeah, definitely. So there you go, guys. Let's see. Get you a little bit close up here. I guess that doesn't really help. So, but there you go. That's the butter noodles and cabbage
Sure.
recipe. And yeah, there you go. See, yours looks pretty close to mine. You just have bigger chunks of sausages on.
How do I get this noodle straight? Ta-da!
Oh, there you go. Look at that. That looks good. See, it looks just like mine. Only, like I said, you have bigger chunks of sausage, which is great.
Yeah.
So now you got to taste it.
Welcome the man of the house.
Oh yeah, okay. You got to give him.
I heard food was ready.
Yeah. Well, you're the guinea pig. You got to taste test it to see if it needs some more seasoning.
All right, let me check it out.
I think hers probably needs a little more seasoning,
I don't know.
Get some
It,
cabbage.
but that's why you gotta try it.
it is hot. Careful.
Okay. I personally would use a little bit more salt and pepper.
Right.
But being that mom is not as salty of a person as
We got
Right.
that in here too.
it would be good, and I would add my additional.
See, and that's the way you want it. You want it so that it's good, and then if somebody is a little more salt person, they can eat it, add a little bit later.
No, I gotta get a piece of this
Oh
sausage.
yeah, I want to have some too.
So what's the verdict there, Tommy?
I think that's gonna become a regular dish in the house.
It's so simple to make.
And it's good, and it looks like it's gonna be filling.
You'd be surprised. You eat it, and then 2 hours later, you want more. So I don't know if it's necessarily filling, or you just get to like it.
Well, it's got my 3 favorite things in there, so I'll want more even if I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Let me find out.
Oh, Des wants to know, makes sure the onions are cooked. How's that? Are the onions well cooked?
I didn't taste the crunch of an onion, so
I think they're on the bottom.
we can't find them, so it's almost like they went translucent.
Right, and that's what you want. You want them, if you want, since you can't have raw ones.
Right. Yeah, I'd say they're done because we can't.
Very good.
There's one right here on the side.
Yeah, see if it's crunchy. See if Des is going to break out in hives. You can't have that.
No, we can't have that.
No, that'll be fine.
Okay, so
Basically all she needs is so the oil secrete out of the onion.
okay, yeah,
It the cook, as long as the oils are cooked, she's fine. It's the raw, for some reason the raw oils in the onion are what get her.
gotcha. So now, Jazzy, what you get to do is you get to tell everybody to come eat, to grab a bowl.
Everybody's in the front.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back. You put them back.
I keep.
I'll be right back.
I don't know. I can't. This camera's on my stomach.
That's okay, man. We know you're a heavy set feller.
I don't know. I'm a big guy.
Jeez, and I got you beat by a good 20, 30 pounds. So, and I'm shorter.
This is what makes me a food connoisseur. Right?
I know, right? You never trust a skinny chef, right?
Dennis, do save me some, Tommy. No, that might be rough, man. It's really good.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, when you guys said that that's like, the stuff that you liked, and I'm like, man, I have a perfect recipe for that, man.
That is really good.
It smells.
I'm
not used to this.
let's dish it up.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to wash our
Heather.
You're good. High five.
So what do you think of it, Jazlyn? Do you think it's good?
I like it. Honestly, I tried a little bit of it. I like it.
Now, will you be able to make that next time on your own without Dwayne's instruction? Yeah, cool, awesome.
Yeah, it's nice and simple. I mean, the bulk of the work is cutting up.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's pretty good.
I like it.
I
Gotta
definitely
get
enjoy
Daddy's.
it.
It's on that.
It's the USA.
The only thing I would say,
Camera's on that.
Oh, okay. No, I can see my leg. That's what I was looking at.
What'd you say there, Tommy?
you could use in addition, I would have to agree with Pat D's, some nice buttered bread would be.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't, you know, growing up we had a lot of buttered bread, but I
One thing you weren't able
never
to-
really did that once I became an
I forgot
adult.
about that. We got the everything bread
Buttered bread.
from
With the
Wonder Squish
Oh.
bread.
April says Heather. Hi.
Hey, April.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, Heather. Hi, Heather.
How are you doing, Jazlyn?
Good.
Good. We miss you.
I miss you too. Even though it's only been a week since, or well, I think a week since you left,
I know. It's crazy.
and I already missed you.
It doesn't, the camera doesn't do much for the color.
No, well, it's not a real pretty
I
looking
know,
dish. I mean,
and then in the camera, the color doesn't pop at all.
no, the green doesn't really pop out. It kind of looks like olive drab,
Yeah.
but that's actually cooked cabbage, so it's pretty good. Yeah, she probably did. Destiny doesn't hear well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She what?
I
April said hi to Destiny, and she just like ignored her. You know how she is.
Hi, April. Sorry.
Thank you, Bum Crack Picker. Yeah, that's something I didn't say. Is that definitely go and check out Jazlyn's channel. Bum Crack Picker just put it in there. Jazlyn Off the Wall. She does cooking videos and some makeup videos, and she has to get more on there because she hasn't done anything in a while. So,
get an art one updated or posted sometime.
but
I'm thinking about doing maybe a live one. Maybe sometime.
all right, guys. Well, I think we should probably call it good here, huh?
Well,
We're all getting ready to eat, so we'll probably go ahead and end it here. 45 minutes on camera cooking a meal. That's pretty damn good. So, and you had to change pots twice. So, I mean, yeah, you did a great job, Jazlyn. Just make sure that you keep that recipe handy, or I'll send it to you paper form or whatever, and then you can make it for. Huh?
I have it on my phone for.
Oh, okay, excellent. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna let you guys go. Thanks for stopping in and watching us cook up some grub. It's been quite a while since I've been on camera, or well, since I've been the one driving the show. So, all right. I guess. Do you have anything to say, Miss Jazlyn?
I do. So next week, I think maybe on a Thursday, maybe if we're not busy, I will go live and make cake pops, like the circle cake, the cakes that are like in a circle mold with like a skewer at the end.
Did you say cake pops?
Like that.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Very
Yeah,
good.
it hit me. I was just sitting on the couch, chilling. And just like, all of a sudden it hit me. It was like, I could do, because I remember seeing a video where they had these little cake pops. And I was like, I got to make some of those times. And I was like,
Well, there you go.
next week.
Now you have a way to show off your cooking abilities. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna let you go.
Mhm.
Take care and have fun.
Yep. Bye.
See ya.